Alright, on this section 5-8 we're doing dilation part 2. And so the difference in this particular section is now the center of dilation is not going to necessarily be the origin this time. So we're doing off-center dilations. Okay, so let's see what we come up with here. So we want to do a dilation, so here's my triangle, a dilation with a scale factor of 3, so the new triangle is going to be 3 times as big, but my center is going to be -1, -1. So the first thing you need to do is locate your center. Okay, so -1, -1 is my center of dilation. That is the point around which the triangle is going to get 3 times as big. Okay, so again, 0, 0 is not my center anymore. So when I'm doing my counting, everything is going to count from the center of dilation, not the center of the graph. That's very important to make sure that we understand. And of course, here we're going to be finding A prime, B prime, and C prime. Okay. Let me see here. Alright, so the first one that we want to do is the A prime. And so again, remember, make sure you're starting from the center of dilation. Very important. Make sure you start all your counting from there. Okay, if you don't, you're going to throw the whole thing off. So how far is A away from the center of dilation? It's over 1 and up 1, 2, 3. Over 1, up 3. Now what's my scale factor? My scale factor is times 3. So everything is going to be 3 times as far over and 3 times as far up. Again, from the center of dilation. So instead of over 1 and up 3, I need to go over 1, 2, 3, because remember everything's times 3. And then what's 3 times 3? Over 3 and up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Alright? Okay, so once again, instead of over 1 and up 3, I'm over 3 and up 9. Okay, everything is 3 times as big as it was before. And so there is going to be my A prime point. Now the only time I go back to 0, 0 is when I'm getting the coordinates for the answer. So the coordinates for the answer are -1, 2, 3, 4, and up by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Alright? So it's going to be -4, 8, and then that is the correct response. Now once again, okay, double check, make sure that everything is lined up like it's supposed to be. All 3 points should be collinear, okay, and then they are still here, so we're in good shape. Alright? Okay, what's the next one we need to look at? Let's look at point B. So point B from the center of dilation is over 2 and up 1, 2, 3. Over 2, up 3. Over 2, up 3. Okay, so everything is going to be 3 times as far over, 3 times as far up. So instead of over 2, I need to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And instead of up 3, I need to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Alright, so there's my B prime. And so what are the coordinates here? This is the only time, again, I go back to 0, 0. It's over by 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And up by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 5, 8. That's going to be your B prime coordinates. Okay? Now the only point we have left to do is C. And it is over by 2. So no movement up or down. And so I need to go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. C prime. The coordinates now are what we need to get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down 1. So we're going for 5, -1. 5 and -1. Alright, so at this point I can draw in my new triangle. And we can see that the new triangle is 3 times as big as the old triangle. Which, by the way, everything is 3 times as big. Like even this side. 1, 2, 3. So how long do you think this side's going to be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay? So everything's 3 times as big as it was before. And no rule to write on this one. On the off-center dilations is kind of the same idea as the off-center rotations. Okay, the rules, we're not going to do the rule for off-center dilation. Okay. All right, let's try another one. Okay, so now in this next one, we have a dilation with a scale factor of 1/2, and my center is 2, 2. So let's locate my center of dilation. Over 2, 1, 2, and up 1, 2. Okay, so 2, 2 is my center of dilation, so that's going to be the point around which everything is going to get half the size. So notice my new one will be smaller than it was before. So from the center of dilation, let's get A. It's over by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and up by 1, 2, 3, 4. Over 6, up 4. Over 6, up 4. Alright, so instead of over 6 and up 4, I got to go half that amount, which is over 1, 2, 3, and up 2. Half as far over, half as far up. And so here's my A prime. We can count the coordinate now. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's going to be at -1, 4. Okay, so we're in good shape there. And let's try the next one. So for B now, it's over by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, down by 1, 2, 3, 4. So over 6, down 4. Scale factor is half, so I need to go half as far over and half as far down. So instead of 6 over, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. And instead of 4 down, I'm going to go 1, 2. And right there is the point for B prime. And we can write in the coordinate as -1, 0. Remember, since this is an off-center dilation, the only time we go back to the center is when we're getting the coordinates. That's the only time you go back to 0, 0. And let's see. Only other point we need is point C. And it's going to be over by 1, 2, and up by 1, 2, 3, 4. Over 2, up 4. Okay, so I need to go half as far over, which is 1, and half as far up, which is 2. C prime is there. Let's draw our triangle in now that we have all 3 vertices. And I can also write the coordinates for C, which is what they've asked me for. Now is when I go back to 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, and up 1, 2, 3, 4. So 3, 4 is your correct answer there. Okay, now, just as a double check, remember my original point, my prime point, and my center of dilation should all line up. They do for the A's, so that's good. And they do for the B's, which is good. And they do for the C's. So that kind of gives me an indication that I am on the right track. Alright, and so that is how you do off-center dilation.